Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, afternoon, evening, and welcome back to the Link to the Past Randomizer No Logic 2026 tournament. It is going to be Amarith versus DFS, otherwise known as DrunkFutureSelf. I probably will not get those letters right as we go on. I am joined once again by one JD Silvergun with tracking by Other Tom. JD, how are we doing?
Pretty good. How about you?
Been all right since the last time we have spoken, which was a couple hours ago. So this is the first round for these two. This is going to be their first time having at it. As you can see here, we are pretty much ready to go. And I think they're just waiting for the countdown. And so this should be an interesting one. I'm not really familiar with either runner, so I'm not quite sure any strategies unless you might be aware of something.
Not very familiar with either of them, to be honest. I know DFS likes to go for some outrageous hovers, but I haven't seen these two play a whole lot, though.
Okay, and Amarith with both of them with a quick start to getting the big key to TR. Let's see here. We've got Amarith is about to go check. No, well, I was going to check Hobo, guess not. Check the ledge. It's a big key. While DFS is going to go ahead and check the dam here. Has a heart.
This immediate south shore is very unusual.
Very much so. We'll see what he get. We'll see what he gets when he pulls the lever there. Oh, checks human. Good luck, all gamers. It's true. Amarith got herself a big key to Meyer, whereas Self will get a big key to Ice Palace. All right, DFS has a fish.
A fish turn-in? I don't think I've ever seen this outside of a casual playthrough.
Oh, got some arrows. Probably hoping for a bomb, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, back to the bridge, I guess.
Yeah, I think she'll have her go at it once again to try to get to Hobo. Self also sees that there's a key there. I think he is about to go potentially do the same thing. SP Man, yeah, that's pretty much it. Outside of EG, everything is a go. So a lot of clipping, a lot of jumping into walls, a lot of phasing through things. As the Hobo has 10 arrows, as DFS is looking to do the same trick.
A slight
if you want
caveat or asterisk to that, there's a lot of things that are like under the EG umbrella that are counted as EG, like Plaid World, Underworld Slope Swim, things like that are also not allowed.
Ah, okay. Yes, checks as mentioned. There are glitches as powerful as EG that are banned. Because, I mean, as most of us know, I mean, the game can be beaten in like a minute and a half. with the power of friendship. So Amarith, of course, is doing this trick here where she's going to try to, and DFS might be copying her. So there's, I believe, a certain pixel that you have to kind of shove your face into, which will allow you to swim into a mountain, into Ice Rod Cave.
That's not necessarily a specific pixel, but it is a fairly difficult trick. Like the frame window is pretty tight on the inputs, but Amarith gets it.
Okay, very good. And got into the cave before getting hit. Hello, Doomtap. We have no hello commands here. You're in the wrong chat. No money. DFS, though, gets the chest turn, so already 7 on 10. And I think both are planning to go do some water walk shenanigans if they can avoid all the crabs.
Yeah, Amarith getting a rude pattern, but handling it well.
Very much so. And DFS, not so bad. And now he'll begin his water walk. Probably just going to go hit up the waterfall cave. Chest turns lose you the time you deserve. Haiku type, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Oh, look at this. We got a fire rod.
Definitely nice to have.
Very much so. So for those of you who are not familiar, we'll go ahead and get this out of the way, that there, so it's a modified kind of, not rule set, but waterfall. Well, I just said waterfall because I'm writing that down. There is a modified item set in that in this particular, in a no logic seed, that there are 2 fire rods and 2 ice rods somewhere in the world.
And regardless of that, it's the most common go mode still.
As proven, well, no spoilers. But yes, often, despite the fact that they double up the fire rod and ice rod, it's still, you need to have, you always need to look for it. And then also to avoid any issues as well, because a lot of the tricks you're going to see as Amarith is swimming in the ground, you kind of need boots for them. So to avoid having anyone getting, having any issues with boots, Amarith couldn't just kind of popped out there, unfortunately, and so could not get into the tomb there. So that's why they all have boots to start out as well.
Yeah, she was just a little bit too low on that setup. There's 2 ways to do that. You can do it from the top or the bottom, and yeah, I actually don't know the bottom setup, but you're supposed to go over the rocks if you're doing it that way, so probably just a slightly too low.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you all. Yep, thank you, chat. So a lot of money. At least the tree pole had some bombs, so I was put that good for DFS. Amarith now. We're going to go Lost Wood. Yeah, it looks like Lost Woods. DFS will acquire a small key to pod, and that'll be it. Nice little save and quit. So Amarith will, get some funds. DFS appears to be heading to, looks like gonna head to Uncle.
6-minute Uncle? Is this allowed? I might have to consult the tournament document here.
I mean, we've already seen actual usage of bottles. Now we're seeing this. I'm really confused.
And gets
Apparently,
rewarded.
it was worth it. So, the Moon Pearl on the Uncle. $20 in the chest.
A Moon Pearl is kind of an interesting item because at face value, you would think that it saves time, and that can be true if you only use it to go to dungeons, but sometimes it debates people into doing a lot of Dark World overworld that's like very slow and barren of good items. We'll have to see how much value comes from that in this race.
Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, sometimes an early Moon Pearl isn't always the best because, especially for those of you who aren't familiar with no logic, you can almost get out of having to worry about the Moon Pearl in multiple situations. DFS now is going to make the plot to, or make the plan to go to escape, while Amarith is going to go check Cack Village. So you have all right. She got a big key to Hera and a small key to Pod. And a small key to GT, while DFS got a compass. Amarith now going to check the one last chest for a heart piece. And so probably will then she'll make her way to the Cack Well, while DFS is going to finish out the back of Escape here. Or, excuse me, just the front of Escape.
That's very anti-meta from both runners. Early Uncle and early Town. Usually people wait until they have a bottle or loot or powder before they go to town.
Right, because you need a bottle to do to try to get that sick kid check out of the way, so you might as well do it, while we're down here. I missed what DFS got in the chest. Amarith got, the map, the Hyrule Castle. All right, bottle vendor has flippers.
Oh, that's a good peace of mind for Swamp if it's a crystal.
Very much so. Whereas DFS is going to go ahead and do the 2-pot to get rid of the guard. Amarith not finding anything. Well, I say nothing of value, but she did get $5. DFS got a 20-piece, and we'll save and quit. Thank you, Hikey Type. It was 300. Okay. Ooh, first sword. First sword in Tavern.
So the most important thing DFS got was that Hyrule Castle Big Key serves as a Cave State Big Key, and I will discuss more on Cave State later when it comes up.
All right. Amarith getting the, some will say, the best of the booms. I hate the red boom myself, but whatever.
Yeah, they both have different uses. Probably for the intended purpose, the blue one probably a little better, but the red is essential for certain strats and glitched speedruns.
Okay, very well. Amarith actually going to go ahead and do the race, as DFS went into Death Mountain to go get the old man. Amarith deciding, nah, I'm good. To the 20-piece. As DFS has acquired the old man, now just needs to get him to the entrance, and does. Got a 3-stack of bombs as well. Looks like Amarith is trying to clip into the mountain to head to Desert.
Yep.
Was successful. Meanwhile, DFS is going to go a heart piece for Amarith on the ledge. DFS, another big key. A lot of big keys so far. This is a big key to Thieves Town. Okay. And DFS will take the death.
Alright, that's pretty unfortunate for him because Amarith can get a Cave State key for free without doing the escape.
And a small key to Skull for Amarith. It looks like DFS is going to hit the right side of Death Mountain, hit the usual spots, Spiral Cave, and Paradox. Another small key to Pod for Amarith. Having a little bit of trouble with the mimics. They look like a heart piece on the island.
Yeah, he's not going for it, so I would assume it's trash.
Yep, so that'll be it for him there. Okay, so I think we didn't see this. I don't think we've seen this in well, at least the races that I've watched, but I think if you want to explain what Amarith is trying to do.
She's setting up a quadrant glitch to get the items on the right side of Desert without opening the door. And it looks like she either was waiting to set up a death warp, or she's just using a different setup. Some of the setups for that, you get shot twice. I don't know, there's so many ways to do that quadrant glitch. She was successful, but does not fix the camera, so very small key castle tower. Thank you, text.
Okay. And then... and money.
Okay.
And we'll hold the bomb that you can't see, and we'll take the death. DFS, small key to GT, and a heart. All right. Amarith, having enough of it, is going to go ahead and pursue what else is around the area. As Paradox has 10 arrows, compass, another sword. As K45 has 20 bucks. DFS gets a map to swamp and blue mail.
Well, good to know that our runners are not going to be struggling on swords this seed.
No, it does not look like it, which is a good thing.
With DFS exiting out, I wonder what we're getting here. If it's like a Zora DMD, or you don't usually see people exit out of this cave.
No, outside of a save and quit, not usually. So I'll be curious as well to see where. Oh, sorry, the island had a compass. Thought it was a heart piece. Okay. So I'm not familiar with where this goes.
This is Zora.
Oh, okay. Well, it has 500 rupees, so might as well. Of course, what's nice when it's when Zora's domain is glitched like this, it does make the path of how you want to travel a little bit easier.
Yeah, a nice tile set from the mountain, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We're not used to seeing it like this.
Unfortunately, jumped in the water anyway. But DFS will get himself the shield.
What?
Oh, well. Value is... sure, that's putting it mildly. Thank you, Bread Coon. Now, Amarith is going to go ahead and check Mini Moldorm Cave. We actually had the first South Shore check outside of Ice Rod Cave of the day.
Alright. DFS putting the Moon Pearl to use and going to GT.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So,
Curious what his plan here is. With having such a limited equipment, maybe he'll do a bomb juke or show us something.
and the only thing of note in Mini Moldorm Cave was the ether. Ooh, the lamp was on right side GT.
That lamp could be big depending on what other items we get to go with it.
Right. Decided to take the 20 bucks.
And he is doing a bomb juke, so if successful, this he'll be able to get the Dark Magician's Room.
Okay. It looks like Amarith heading to Death Mountain.
Yep. The DFS did this route as well, the so-called new DMA to skip the rock in front of the Old Man Rescue Cave. The DFS having a little bit of trouble with this juke. Down to one bomb, it looks like. That's the save and quit. That's unfortunate. Like, the lamp is pretty good, but...
Right. I think he's going to...
would have liked to see more items out of that trip.
Yeah, that's true. But also, too, having the Moon Pearl allows for an easier traversal, but looks like DFS might be heading to Hera. As Amarith has rescued.
Yeah, that's a little crazy. He dipped the front of GT before dipping Hera.
Yeah, it's very, very uncommon. Very uncommon. As Amarith is going to check the graveyard ledge. And of course, in the beginning game here for our runners is that they're going to actually want to try to get, at least initially, as much money as possible as potions are quite expensive. As DFS went through the wall to go into the back of escape, where you can get the one check in the dark, of course made easier with the lamp, and gets a heart piece.
It's faster to go from here than from the castle, and personally I like this check in a seed where, I don't know, if you even think you might be duping Meyer without hook pushing, you might want to check that chest anyway, because you're going to run past it later, but
Right.
I don't know, there's so many what ifs, and don't know how the seed's going to turn out, but...
No, of course. And then Amarith took a unique route into King's Tomb, and didn't get much for it. Don't remember what it was. So now DFS is going to start doing the CAC play as Amarith heads into Hera.
Yeah, DFS was holding out for something for town, one of those 3 items I mentioned, but didn't get it, so decides to come here, and is going to get rewarded with the second sword.
That is true. So now I'm curious where Amarith will go from here, because, well, Amarith has the big key. Well, they both do, but wonder if she will take advantage of that or not. Kind of looks like, yeah, it does kind of look like she's going to go ahead and at least clear the top part of Hera here. Going to get these 2 chests. A bow.
Yeah, bow is a good item. Yeah, I mean, this play makes sense, especially with the big key. Oh, and flute, wow, very nice.
Yeah, okay, so Hera had some goodies in here. Oh, I missed it earlier that Malmo's mentioned that apparently it's dupable.
Yeah, the Hope Room super tile is usually something that gets duped, like, incidentally. Like, you use the YBA to get to Rando Room, but it also dupes the super tile with Hope Room, the big chest, and the torch.
Oh, okay. Amarith now having to deal with Moldorm. Now we got that last second spin in there. Playing a very dangerous game. Playing a very dangerous game with all the tinks, but my goodness.
And better balance the fight Walker there. Like, she was on the edge of that whole fight, practically.
I know. Just hanging on that edge the entire time, just pushing left. And acquired a crystal. So her risk was rewarded. Malmo saying that the bow and Hera can be duped with a death hole.
Yes, that's true as well. And it might actually be worth it. Silver's not only OP weaponry, but can be good for glitches as well, depending on what other items you have to go with it.
Right. Amarith not opting to go into Spectacle Rock, but looks like we'll go to the right side of Death Mountain. Go get some goodies. As DFS is going to go ahead and take the heart piece. And so Amarith now is going to go ahead and get all the goodies over there. I don't have anything of note, so.
There was a sword in the Paradox 5, if I recall.
Oh, you're right. Yes, there was a sword. So my apologies. So no, there is something of worth over here. So Amarith will be the first one to acquire will now acquire her Master Sword. I forgot that DFS had went through CAC went through CAC Village and got his already. Looks like he is also going to do a quadrant glitch.
Yep. Going 1 pixel exactly to the left of the center line here. /1 left is 2 pixels left and then 1 pixel right. Or you could just do a diagonal for 1 pixel as well.
Okay, took the hit. Amarith gets her sword. And this time you can see what DFS is getting.
He corrected the camera, which is not something always seen.
No.
Very nice of him.
Yeah, for commentary and races, it's always appreciated.
Alright, Sanctuary. Where are we going now? Oh, flute activate, bro? Or no, sorry. Amarith has the flute, not DFS. Where is DFS going?
Possibly to Houlihan? Or no, just going across? Oh no,
It looks like he wants to swim
of
clip
escape.
too. Yeah. Everyone doing the lower setup, so I can't tell if it was good until they got there. Oh no, King's Tomb. Huh.
King's Tomb, okay. And then you'll save and quit. Amarith
Surprised
is doing...
nobody went to the hospital yet, I don't think.
No one's hit up that Eastern Palace side yet at all. Amarith is about to go check Pod.
As Pod is a very strong play, and she has the cave key from Hera, the TT Big.
Right, so actually, since we're in this situation, if you want to explain to any new viewers, what does it mean when when you have a cave state?
So your dungeon ID is set by the game based on whatever entrance you used from the overworld, and since we accessed Pod by clipping from a cave rather than the Pod front door, the game thinks that we are still in a cave. So consequences of that is that we have essentially unlimited small keys, and since we have a cave state big key, we can open the big chest with that. And this specific clip that was done here, it's called Kiki Skip, wraps the underworld map. So that's why all the sprites are despawned. So a very friendly place to go and look for items.
And it looks like DFS is about to join her.
Yep.
Amarith gets the bomb jump and gets Quake. And now, not quite
Maybe
sure what
she's
happened.
looking at the map. Some people really don't like this room without the lamp.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, she does not have the lamp, so yeah, trying to traverse this in the dark can be a little tricky. Got bombs on the first one, now she's got to try to navigate her way through. And I'll be curious to see if and when she does decide to hit up GT at any point. And a small key to TR. Okay. So now Amarith going to make her way through the door. Hopefully. She keeps rubbing her...
I was watching because I lost track of where she is in the dark. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. DFS was a pixel off there. I heard the tank, so Amarith got through. Okay. DFS appears to be in position. He will get his Quake medallion. Oh, 300 rupees. And of course, what is... Sorry, go ahead.
I said money next to the other money.
Right. Hey, second fire rod. So no fire rod worries. Well, they already have theirs, but yeah. So they got both. So both will get quote-unquote both their fire rods. For those of you who aren't familiar, nothing actually happens if you get the second fire rod. But I know there are some people who want something to happen to get both fire rods.
Yes, I'm tired of these rod hunts. Personally,
Malmo, if you get the second fire rod, you feel bad about the first fire rod you went out of your way to find.
yeah, that is absolutely true. I've had seeds where I full cleared GT basement, it got nothing but an ice rod, and then there's just an ice rod on a crystal landmo, and I'm like, oh, so I got nothing out of that trip. Well, that means I probably lost the race now.
And it should be noted that both DFS and Amarith have acquired Bombos, so there will be no worries about Meyer should they need to get into it legitimately. Amarith
Where
got
was
the
that
snake card.
ether?
Sorry?
Where was ether?
Mini
DFS
Moldorm.
doesn't. Sorry?
Mini Moldorm.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Amarith walking this out is a little surprising.
Yeah, that is interesting. Usually, because I believe the front now is fully cleared.
Yeah, in this situation, she might be wanting to do the quadrant glitch. Maybe she doesn't know the bomb juke or whatever, but since she has the bow, she could have just reset the dungeon and done the right side normally and done a death warp instead of walking back. DFS is going for the bomb juke, though.
It does look like, though, Amarith is, and maybe Amarith decided to do that because I think she's going to go take a chance and just go right to Helma.
Yeah, I was wrong. She did have further business here, but wanted to go for the boss instead. So DFS did what's called an East Auto Door Bomb Juke, and timing is a little tight, so nice job for getting that. And then because we're juked, we can go all the way back to the room we were in without taking another east-west transition, and that will take us to Hookshot Cave. And meanwhile, Amarith is setting up a glitch called a statue drag to Helmasaur, and unfortunately, I don't know why she's. I guess she wasn't holding the button.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh, we're doing the thing with the turtles?
Yeah, I guess she changed her mind and didn't want to do the statue drag, so setting up a quadrant glitch called Turtle Power, and if she was successful, she's going to get to the same place that DFS is now.
Okay, and DFS got 20 rupees in the first chest. He's now going to try to hover to the others, because of course he does not have the hook shot yet. Oh, Amarith.
She was successful at the quadrant glitch because our camera is all messed up.
Right, DFS got the big key to swamp.
Not quite the value we were looking for, but it's not over yet.
No, however, I do believe, if I remember correctly earlier, I believe at least DFS, I can't speak for Amarith, but I believe DFS has a small key to swamp, and that's a bigger deal.
Yeah, it is definitely one of the better keys.
And the map to Meyer.
That's a good map.
Yeah, very. We'll take a look.
Well, he's in the light world, though, so that's not going to tell him what he thinks, unfortunately. He maybe realized it afterwards.
Yeah, well, at least he knows that Hera's a red crystal. He did not know that.
Yeah, because he didn't use a portal, he's in what's called fake dark world. The game thinks he's still in the light world, but he is on a dark world screen. So if he screen transitions, he'll just be in the light world again normally. But we'll see what he wants to do here.
Yeah, well, trying to get past the lions. Okay. Going back into Hera.
No bottles turning up yet is a little bit shocking.
Yeah, usually when you're about 33 minutes in, you would expect there to be at least one bottle given.
And Amarith actually looking to check Zora as well, because that's how stingy the seed has been so far.
And Amarith is going to be thoroughly disappointed unless she's been aching for a shield. Whereas DFS is going to get some good prizes. Acquired the bow. And we'll bomb jump, get himself a flute. As Amarith cries in disgust. It looks like, yeah, DFS, well, now knowing that Moldorm is a crystal, I figured we'll just probably go ahead and finish out beating the boss. So we'll see how DFS does with his fight as Amarith activates the flute. No, missed the spin. All right, got the third one. Oh, that was it. Got that third spin in.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Well, Amarith still has Uncle in the castle, not done. DFS didn't do Mini Moldorm, and so neither's done Sahasrahla, and that's like looking like the last density left in the light world. It looks like she's going there now. Or at least I hope she goes there before Eastern. Nope, never mind. Just kidding. We're going to Eastern.
Like as soon as you said it, she decided to do the exact opposite.
Yeah, I mean, you might get like the big key, or who knows what's in Sahasrahla, like something that could help you, like do the dungeon better.
Yeah, I'm always more for the trying to get free knowledge when possible, but I also don't do no logic, so I know there are reasons why some will never check Saha, or will check Saha really, really late. Whereas DFS is now in the lower part of Dark World. Gonna go check the ledge.
Showing us a nice DMD there. And Skullwoods is a clearable dungeon, so maybe he just decided it was a good place to go.
Both Mire and Swamp were crystals.
Well, this is a good seed for that, since they have medallions and they have flippers.
It's true. Well, so I couldn't tell because it was too quick, but I thought with the Swamp one, I thought it was like a quick flash of red. So I thought it was a red crystal, but... Meanwhile, DFS is going to go ahead and check all these basic checks here in Skullwoods.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty good play. Skullwoods is, a semi-dense dungeon. Like, about one check per room is not bad.
No, yeah, it really is, like, to me, it is surprisingly dense, considering it just doesn't get as much recognition for it being dense. Like how Pod and GT is. DFS is going to get grabbed. It's going to go ahead out. There's now a fierce debate in chat about nerfing the rods, as Amarith appears to be going to check the big key chest in the back of Eastern.
I don't think I've seen anyone do this walk in no logic in a very long time. Normally, this check is done with a dupe or a quadrant glitch, or not at all. But not having the mirror, I guess, it makes sense. If she's not going to the boss anyway.
Yeah, and it looks like, yeah, she's going to go ahead and take the death. Because, yeah, unfortunately, 10 arrows. Meanwhile, as you had mentioned earlier, that because Skullwoods can get full clear, it looks like DFS is going to go ahead and just run the Moth. Now, finally, we're going to go get a Saha check and see what knowledge he bestows. Lost my heirloom in Thieves Town. So Thieves Town is the green pendant.
Kind of an unfortunate...
Ooh,
nice
nice.
silvers, by the way. Thieves Town is one of the easier dungeons in Neverlogic usually, so a little bit unfortunate, but I'm sure they'll make do.
Yeah, and even then, though, DFS, that might have been intentional. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't want to walk back out from under the bridge.
Yeah. And at least according to the tracker, I was watching Amarith, and like DFS got anything of any value, maybe money.
Amarith refusing to do Uncle and the castle is, I don't hate it, but it is an interesting choice.
Yeah, it's always a bold strategy, but and I don't, and I guess I'm not familiar with the meta as to the rationale of why not just go check them, because it's not, to me, it's not like a true fetch quest. It's not like you're going to Spike Cave. It's not that far out of the way.
Yeah, if you combine it with Castle Tower, I don't know. I mean, I guess the front of the castle itself is pretty slow, but Uncle and Castle Tower are pretty quick.
And
But so
DFS,
Amarith just did a citrus clip to descend the mountain because she's a bunny, so she can't just hop off the mountain the way DFS did with super speed.
right? And DFS got a big key to desert, but unfortunately, Moth gave him a pendant. So that's a shame.
Well, it's information if nothing else. Although, since he death warped, he's in the light world, so
Right.
wonder what his plan. He might be walking out to activate the flute.
That's probably seems to make the most sense. As I think Amarith, as you mentioned earlier, also realizing that you can full clear. Nope, went ahead and save and quit. Did DFS.
Did he activate the flute earlier?
I don't
Or maybe he
believe
just
so.
forgot.
Yeah, I think he might have forgot. And then Amarith started going through and then opted to get grabbed, so she can start moving and start collecting things. Oh, no. DFS saved and quit. Not quite sure what happened.
I think he got a soft lock on the mountain. I didn't see exactly what happened, but some of these clips are a little touchy. If you accidentally push the wrong direction, you get stuck.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, so now Amarith not checking anything, but instead...
She's trying really hard to preserve her Dark World state. I'm not 100% sure why, but so she was trying to do Bunny Pocket, but I don't think she has any items that let us do that. I think you need the bottle or the mirror to do that.
Oh, okay. I was curious as to why there was a rod dash going out the door.
Yeah, that's the setup for it, but you need, like I said, one of those items that the bunny can normally use to unleash the fire rod shot after that.
Malmo brings up a good point, but she is a bottle. Sea House turning up a heart piece is now. I'm curious to see what Amarith is going to do, because maybe take a death here at some point. Whereas DFS, oh, DFS gets the mirror. The mirror was in the chess game.
That's our first item that does glitches like all by itself without needing assistance from others. It's kind of interesting.
It's true. From Malmo, is this a reference to the hit 90s meme Bonsai Kitten? I have no idea.
I do not know the answer to that question.
I do not either. Oh, okay. So Malmo said that she needs to die for fake Dark World if she wants to do the back. Okay. Meanwhile, DFS is clearing out the front here. Oh, there's a hook shot. And a hammer.
And a hammer. Wow.
Oh,
so, lamp plus hookshot, bow, and bombs. It gives us an easy setup for a form of hook pushing. That's our first like really super powerful glitching that we can do in this seed because bottles don't exist apparently.
right.
Of course, DFS having the big key and all that, and actually has the small key as well. I don't think we're going to see any glitches yet, not in Thieves Town.
No, we'll see. It's got a clean line for Hellway. And so I think, yeah, DFS is going to go do a normal attic. Amarith, not quite sure what's happening. Just hanging out, contemplating life as a bottle. And she has opted to save and quit. Alright, so I'll be curious to see now what Amarith does. Maybe make a play. Looks like making a play either to Uncle or to escape.
And she's going to feel really bad when she sees that.
Oh, yeah, she's about to feel really bad really quickly.
But it's okay. She saves time by not defeating a pendant boss.
Unless she all of a sudden has the desire to go back to Skull Woods, which, yeah, that might be... Because she spent a lot of time there, so I do worry if she gets the old sunken cost fallacy and tries to go back there, but we'll see what happens. Meanwhile,
The
DFS...
Thieves Town play makes sense. You know, having the big key and... You know, there's more density in other parts of the world, like the Hype Cave, for example.
Yeah, that's fair. And then Amarith is now going to go ahead and check the front of Escape, because DFS has all the parts to go check the big chest in Thieves Town, and got $1 for it.
Of course, when it's a free check, it has nothing good.
As is tradition, really.
And checking the stun prize, arrows, not bad.
Okay.
If you have a bow, anyway, it's not bad.
Correct. And a small
I've been
key to
scolded by
GG.
Ian many times for not having a bow, as if it was my fault.
Correct. High Q type, the sunken cost fallacy, when you pin your hopes on finding pirate treasure. That is correct. That's actually what that means. Alright, so DFS here is going to go ahead and clear blind. Now the problem, no, not the problem, but on Amarith knows this, DFS doesn't, is that this is going to be a green pendant. So he's managed to defeat two pendant bosses.
Well, he hasn't been to Saha yet, so he can full clear that in one go. It's a slight bright side. And hookshot and the hammer being here are also pretty big, so...
Yeah, I mean, it was worth coming in. I do agree with that, I think, all in all, because then also, yes, you can get whatever the check is for Saha. Okay. So, we'll do a brewery check. Yep. Whereas Amarith is going to, in the dark, going to go try. Oh, there it is. 47 minutes in, we got a first bottle.
And that bottle is like begging to be tree warped. It's like on the screen where you do the trick. Oh.
Unfortunately, not taking advantage of that and opting instead to go to the dig game. Whereas Amarith is trying to fight through all the snakes. Now, it's a little hard to maneuver in the dark. She does have a fire rod. Unfortunately, only has one shot left. So I don't know if she's going to try to do this in the dark. Oh, wow. Actually found it. I never know where that is in the dark.
If you bonk the torch on the bottom and go straight up, it lines you up.
Oh. TIL. DFS had a 20 piece in the dig game, so he said forget it. He's not going to go check the Meyer closet. A heart piece. And $50. Amarith is now making her way into Aga Tower.
Yeah, this is new information.
All right. A Bombos to open up Meyer.
Alright, so DFS not punished for skipping Mini Moldorm.
Yep, so he got fortunate. A mushroom in the first chest of Aga Tower.
A big key and one small for Meyer is nice.
Very much so, yeah. And then, of course, he has the knowledge that this is a crystal. For those of you who are not aware, if you in the map, if you collect a map and it'll tell you whether it's a pendant or a crystal, as denoted in the top left corner with a C or a P. So and I know it's still maybe a little early, but I guess we should probably start talking about it. So what are we looking here for go mode, do you think?
DFS knows, having two pendants, that there's a pretty good chance that TR is a crystal, so he's probably thinking he needs an ice rod. At least I would be thinking that. Barring that, depending on, his familiarity and practice with these glitches, that might be all he needs, but I haven't seen him race for quite a long time. I don't know if he's learned any new tricks or what he thinks that he needs. So we'll just have to see. But having Master Sword and Fire Rod already is promising. And like I said, one bottle plus hook pushing, somewhat limited hook pushing, but it's still better than no hook pushing.
Right, and unfortunately, Amarith tried to do a trick on Death Mountain and ended up moonwalking for eternity. So
yeah, I always hate to see that.
I'm not quite sure what happened there. If you can explain that.
Well, a lot of the DMDs or Death Mountain descents have a hard lock risk, so her setup might have been just slightly off, but I think she had saved just before that, so I don't think it was a complete disaster, just a little bit of a time loss there.
I see. And then DFS is just going to go ahead and kind of rummage through here. Yeah, Haiku Type has a good point. We're going to find out if DFS does know how to push to Vidi because he has no big key.
Well, he does. Oh, I thought he did have the big key. My mistake. Oh, so Amarith has the big key. That must have been the one on the island, or.
I believe so. Yeah, he hasn't. He checked that there was a big key on the island, but he didn't go and get it.
Okay, well, that's unfortunate that he doesn't get to check the big chest. But yes, that's correct that you can hook push to Vitreous. Although you have to hook push twice if you don't have the big key, though. Yeah, because once to whatever. Sorry, just what I said is true. There's so many different ways to route Meyer. I'm confusing myself.
It's all right.
But he's going to Hera.
Okay, and Amarith looks like he's going to try to clip again, and succeeded. So I wonder if she's now going to either go back to Skull Woods or try to make a Thieves Town play. Be curious to see what the routing is.
DFS, and I'm not sure about this swamp play. 'Cause he has all the stuff to do vanilla swamp, like the mirror, the small key, and the flippers, and all that. It's a route you can do, though.
Right. Amarith is going to go ahead and check where she will get her first bottle. DFS gonna save Scum a key. Not a bad thing. Or not save Scum, have to use it. I don't know what I was thinking because he's doing it backwards. So Amarith now gets the mirror. So clipping is allowed in this rule set. Nobody important, number 5, yes. So this is a no logic, or what we call a no logic randomizer, where you are allowed to clip, you're allowed to kind of phase through walls, you're allowed to do all that fun stuff. All of that is essentially in here, because if you don't do it, as Malmo just said, you more than likely are going to get locked out of completing the seed. Like, it'll become literally impossible, given the placement of some of this stuff. So now DFS is going to remove the water in the dam. Whereas Amarith should be pretty excited here in a bit when she gets a hook shot, followed by a hammer. And there it is.
Wondering if DFS forgot he had the swamp small, because normally the route he took is specifically for unlocking the door.
That's true. And I thought I just saw that Ice Palace... He might have already known this, and I might have missed it, but Ice Palace was a crystal.
Oh, that's another dungeon. It's clearable.
That's true. I need to stop everything that I'm doing. I need to apologize to Silver, because I saw Malmo's name when I made the comment, when I thought it was Malmo answering to nobody important, when it found out that it was actually secretly Sliver, as I keep saying Silver. So I apologize for that, because both of y'all start with an S, and both of your usernames are Gray. Yes, thank you, Doomtap. Yes, Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Sliver. That is correct.
We're getting a left side swamp.
Oh my.
DFS. This is a bold move.
56 minutes in.
Maybe he thinks he's behind and wants to make a gamble. Maybe we'll have to ask him about that.
Yeah, I mean, because, usually, whether it's vanilla rando or no logic, most of the time when you're doing this is kind of sheer desperation at this point.
Yeah. I mean, he knows it's a crystal. The back has 4 items, counting the boss, so I'm pretty surprised, but maybe he'll get lucky. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. As Amarith, unfortunately, like what you're saying before, hey, I can do a free check, essentially, to Thieves Town chest, or big chest, and got nothing. Or sorry, got $1.
Yeah, the value was in the front.
Oh yeah, all the value was in the front. Real quick, as we're waiting for DFS to get to the back here, do you want to explain what Plaid World is?
Not particularly, because we can't do it here, but no, I'm just kidding. Alright, so if you do the YBAs that we're not supposed to do in this rule set, you can do an Underworld fake flute, and well, you know what, just watch 100% Major Glitches speedrun, and you can see what Plaid World is. Basically, you can just roam around the dungeons and like run through walls. There are rules to it, so it's a bit more complicated than that, but it's very, very powerful glitching that is banned in this tournament.
I wasn't paying attention. DFS a little bit in the danger zone here. Only has, well, now 1.5 hearts, as Amarith has taken care of blind, and will also be disappointed.
Well, she knew it was green pendant before she went in here.
That's true. No, you're right.
And DFS is, yeah, definitely suffering the 1,000 paper cuts of Swamp.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, you're right. Maybe it is the fact that, like we mentioned before, it is a green pendant, not just a worthless one. So at least that's a free check for later. Okay, this kid had some bombs. That's kind of weird. I love the answers to the Plaid World. No is the correct answer. It's a very complicated, very broken state. Basically, the wrong potion, the wrong door. It's Underworld with Overworld tiles. And then Guy Wilson, only a pirate would leave a single coin just for future adventures.
Amarith setting up to check camera pegs without the glove.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, that's true. Neither of them have found a glove yet. Sliver, are we just in Find the Crystals mode? It looks like we can kill everything. Outside of Trinex, I believe everything is doable in some capacity, and I'm not quite sure what the plan is. Well, DFS, as you can see here, is going into this is going to be a bit dangerous. I mean, even with Blue Mail and a Master Sword and a Dream. Okay, looks like he
has a red potion still, I think. I don't think he used it.
I don't
from
remember.
The brewery.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's see if he remembers that he has one, because he's at half a heart.
Well, he apparently got a second bottle in here, I guess, so maybe there's a fairy in it?
I thought it was a bee.
Oh, well... Well, let's just hope that he doesn't make a mistake here.
Yeah, well, all right. Well, it's confident enough. Fire rod, fire rod, fire rod, spin. And spin. Okay. Well, that was nerve-wracking. He gets a map to GT and a crystal for his trouble. Amarith, I'm not quite sure what's happening here.
So there's a clip to get through the fence. And I guess I'll explain it because she's having a little trouble, so maybe she watches this back. Hopefully it'll be helpful. So you want to go you get in the bottom left corner first, then you go 1 frame right, and then I dash turn left, and then if you hook shot twice and buffer down left during the first hook shot animation, you should clip through the fence. And this is most commonly done in cross keys when you get a connector to this area, but it's relevant for glitches too, like glitched modes.
Oh, I see.
So bottom left corner, 1 frame right, dash turn left, buffer down left, hook shot. There it is. All right.
Oh, all right. Very good. DFS got in the hype cave, found a whole lot of nothing. So we'll see now where his play is. I think now he's finally going to go check in Mini Moldorm Cave, which, since he already opened Meyer, he will not be punished for getting Ether so late. As Amarith looks like is going to be heading to Meyer.
Yeah, I'm hesitant to call, what's go mode or what's not, because I really have no idea what these runners know, but I think it's a pretty good chance that TRs or crystals, because we don't know Eastern Desert or TR prizes yet. But we don't know
That is-
pod either, I think. So,
Oh, I saw nothing there. Okay, so now Amarith knows that Bombos is the entrance for Meyer.
yeah, I think she was just mapping to fix the graphics and not to actually read the map there, is
Oh.
why. We couldn't see anything.
Got it.
And DFS setting up a mirror wrap for Ice Palace. I wonder what's... So we know he has the red. I wonder if... Well, you said it was a B in the other bottle. I was
believe
thinking about if he wants to YBA to Cold Stare or not. Because using a red can lead to a fairly dangerous fight if you're not confident. Because of the VRAM corruption.
Other Tom, it's a shame we can't YBA. I hate it here.
Laughing at
DFS,
your reaction, not the joke, to be clear.
of course. I think DFS pulled off the mirror wrap. I think. No. Okay. As everyone was saying, too low. Thank you, Doomtap.
It looks like now we're getting the flute activated. Maybe. No.
I would hope.
You could just not do it and hope that you don't have to potion shop, but
It's true.
usually the flute saves time.
Well, no. I'm going to skip the flute, and I forget where we're going. Where we're going in here?
This is the underworld route to Ice Palace. In this case, he's setting up a YBA with the bomb snap.
Okay. Use the red potion.
Unfortunate that he did.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just saying it's unfortunate that he didn't buy a separate potion. So I would like for us to do the boss on the same trip as getting the items out of here, but
Right.
maybe he finds a glove or something.
Yeah. We'll have to see here. So now we're in. So of course, for those of you not familiar, when you're in Cave State Ice Palace, there's no ice in here. So it's sometimes called the carpet penguins. Malmo, does he know he has the hook shot? You know, that's a good that's a really good question.
He killed Argus, so
He did kill Argus, so yeah. So
it's in there somewhere.
Unless he forgot about that he killed Argus. As Amarith is slowly making her way through here. And of course, easy bomb clip to get him through the wall. Oh. Okay, he's going to actually go into the hole.
I think it's his only choice, not having Samaria.
Oh, that's true. You do need Samaria for Icebreaker. That is kind of surprising. We haven't found Icebreaker yet.
Well, there's only one of them in the game, unfortunately, so...
Until we get, double canes.
Oh, there is a mode that has that. It's called No Bottles, and Malmo's a genius for thinking of that mode, even though she doesn't play it, but very grateful for that preset.
It was her idea. Wants nothing to do with it. PSA, being left does not make you safer from the bomb. Its hitbox is square. Thank you, Malmo. Alright, so DFS is going to go do all the 2 checks up here, potentially.
Not having a glove, though.
Never mind. Can't do it, because, much like myself, completely forgot about that.
You know, sometimes after playing the game for an hour, you just expect that you would have a glove, but yeah, you have to actually find it first, unfortunately.
Yeah, DFS, nice little clip through the stair there to make his way down. Hard piece.
Yeah, I actually don't know how to do that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I know it's done in NMG, but I haven't tried real hard, but I know there's just a certain way to kind of shove your face into the railing and then you just kind of phase through it. But I do know bad things happen if you mess it up. Yeah, a couple of people have made note that he can't get into Cold Stare.
Yeah, I was hoping he was going to do a shopping trip before, like, entering
Right.
the well, but...
Right, hence why you were asking before. Secretly, a Sliver is asking if... That's a heart piece. Asking if there's a Stoke hook you can do, but it doesn't matter because he went ahead and left.
There is, but it's not super well known. I know Mr. Buyer talks about it in one of his videos. You can stuck push. Oh wait, no. That's to skip the hammer pegs, not to skip the glove. I think there might be a super complicated setup, like that's done in like swordless speedruns, with a stuck hook, but I would not expect anyone to know that offhand, other than like maybe like Chex or Zakat or maybe Gabriel.
Now, Amarith is going to do all the checks that were done earlier by DFS. While DFS... Is he looking to take a death? As he's getting his face rammed by dead rocks. He took a death.
Oh, he's doing the Pyramid Fairy check. I missed
Oh.
the portal setup, but
Oh, that's what... Okay.
it's a little... I'm not sure. Oh, I guess it worked.
Yeah. Got in. Yep, had to be. Got a book. About to go get a... Got a B again. And a blue bottle, or a blue potion bottle.
The blue potion after leaving Ice Palace. Very unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. Now we're gonna check the pyramid ledge. We'll find a heart piece. All right, DFS remembering that didn't have a glove but had a hammer. Looks like he's heading to catfish.
Wow,
Amarith.
that's unfortunate.
Amarith appears to have gotten stuck in a wall.
Yeah, she teleported up instead of down.
Okay. DFS is going to buy himself... Yeah, he's got one with a B in it. So now he's going to have 2 reds and a blue. I wonder if he's going to make a catfish run while he's here. Oh, Malmo, he got it when he picked up his 3rd bottle of Pyramid Fairy. Amarith is going to go back into pod.
Oh, this is an obscure trick. You don't see that up teleport to skip the rock there very often. But it's cool that he knows that.
Yeah, it's a good alternative for, when you don't have a glove. Okay. Glove, red cane. Got quick fish. And well, that
Sword.
works. None of the above, but something you'd probably want.
No, I guess if you're gonna check catfish, getting quick fish and a sword is making the best of it.
Yeah, it's something's better than nothing. And now it looks like Amarith is going to try to go into Helma.
Yeah, but having that mirror definitely makes the setup quicker and less punishing if you fail it.
Yeah, it's true. It appears to have so far succeeded.
Yeah, she should be good. DFS and DMD again. See where we go.
And now here we are. Amarith is going to be at the Helma fight.
Yeah, I'm very curious if this is going to be a pendant or not. Odds are that it's a crystal, but we'll see.
Yeah. Whereas DFS is going to do those. Going to get the bottle. Wonder if he'll activate the flute. As we keep wondering. All right, Helma has compass and is a pendant.
All right, ice rod required, confirmed.
And there we go. So there we go. So yep. So now ice rod hunt. Probably red cane.
I mean,
I know there's
as
ways.
much as I hate to say it, 'cause I love the item. They don't actually need that item, but it is
Right,
a
I know
wonderful
there's
item.
ways into I know there's ways into Trinex without it, but and also ways into Vitreous, right? Without the red cane.
Yep. And
Okay.
DFS having like the basic stuck push kit plus boomerang, it has the most popular way I think to get to Trinex without the big key available. But I'm pretty sure he knows how to do that. And him coming back to Meyer after clearing out most of it earlier, I have to think he's going after the boss this time. So we're going to see what he knows or doesn't know. Oh, never mind. We're going to YBA. That works too. Might VRAM if he doesn't mirror door on the second one here, but...
Yeah, as chat is mentioning that you can get the Trinex with 2 YBAs.
Oh yeah, definitely. The full YBA is pretty standard, but like the 0A stuck push has become quite popular because it's less punishing if you fail it. And it just looks pretty swag as well.
Of course, which matters in tournaments. Amarith now, because she has the hook shot, is going to go ahead and get the rest of the goodies in Hookshot Cave.
Oh no, Malmo has pointed out something very important. It's about to be heartbreaking, but he has the mirror, so he can fix this, though. He just will be down 1 potion. This room that DFS is about to go to requires a small key.
Oh. Well, let's see if... I think he realizes that.
You can just mirror and pick up a key and do it again, because... Oh no, dude, you got a red potion in the mirror. That's good enough. You don't need to leave. No. Or you could just hook push as well, but... And maybe frazzled by making a mistake, or just wants to do something else.
Yeah, I just thought that maybe the quickest thing to do is just grab the key here. Oh.
No, I've definitely done that mistake before, so that feels pretty bad.
So Amarith, an hour 17 in, finally in GT, so at least she'll get her lamp.
Yeah. I have to think we're going to see a lot more than what we saw earlier. Because she has the hammer, so it's free, you know. Just do
Right.
it. If she's feeling extra frivolous, maybe she'll stuck push the right side, but we'll see.
Right.
Unless Samari is just here, as it often is.
That's true. Now this is our first Landmo fight.
Well, we know this is a crystal now, so good that he's getting this done.
Right. Unfortunately, nothing in the room where Amarith is in. DFS has beaten Landmo. Gets a small key. And gets crystal. Yep. Amarith gets a map.
Oh no, it's gonna bonk. You gotta use a bomb.
Uh-oh.
Just another one of those minor time losses that feels bad.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
DFS has the knowledge of pod now.
There's the glove.
Glove and the
Oh,
fire
gloves.
snakes room.
Fire Snakes GT.
Well, I mean, that's Ice Palace is pretty much free. I mean, once you get in, that is.
True. In a random room. Oh, there's the red cane. And an
And the
ice
ice
rod.
rod.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Random
well,
room actually had stuff? Unbelievable.
I mean, they were bound to show up in GC eventually. I mean, it only has most of the items in the game, or
Well,
more
there she
items than
goes.
any other location, I should say.
Oh, very true. Very true. Now, again, for those of you who are not familiar, though, even though that Amarith has found an ice rod, there is a second ice rod hidden somewhere in the world. Should because it more matters to DFS now. Should DFS find it, and Amarith has found the blue cane. And now here at Ice Armos. Ice Armos can be tricky with the ice, but Silvers does help trivialize this a little bit. There we go. Now I got 3 chests, a heart piece, the big key to Eastern, and 50 wing wings. Okay. So it's interesting that she found the big key to Eastern. I'm assuming. Well, I guess she also doesn't know yet. I'm trying to think if she knows. She doesn't know Skull Woods, so she doesn't have full knowledge yet.
I mean, she has to know that she's in some form of go mode, or at least close to it.
Right, I would
how
hope.
comfortable she is with some of the tricks.
Yeah. This DFS is taken to death.
Oh, well, that was just a death warp, right? I missed it.
I believe so.
I was worried for a second, but I'm pretty sure that was just a death warp.
Yeah, I was watching Amarith's screen, unfortunately. So for Amarith, Fire Shield, Heart Piece, the other sword, and another bottle.
All right, that we have to be in go mode now. It just takes. Sometimes it takes time to process, though. You have to convince yourself to start beating the game sometimes.
Right, because you're not going to get there's not a clear or a definitive I need to have these things. Like, you can do some of these tricks with maybe not with your most ideal item set, but you can still do some of the stuff even while missing away certain things.
Yeah, an extra bottle and a sword is definitely a lot of comfort. I mean, and if she knows hook pushing, she has like the good kit for it.
right? And now at least DFS wanted to make some progress, and we'll just go ahead and beat AGA 2. So for those of you who are not familiar with this, so forgive me if I'm sounding redundant, while getting the crystals are always a thing, you're also required to beat all of the bosses, which, as we may see later, that might not always be one and the same. And you also need to beat AGA 2. Okay, so Amarith is going to make her way, well, right in the middle, or right through the front door swamp. Because there's flippers in a small key. Oh, that's right, she was messing around earlier. I completely forgot. It felt like eons ago. Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, so Amarith gonna, clip through the railing without needing to get the water. Nice little time save. I think DFS is gonna go get himself some more bottles. Ooh, the swamp palace had just a heart.
I think DFS is just anti-flute at this point.
Yeah, I think he's just now not using the flute out of spite. Okay, so you shove your face into the railing. Now you can walk, well, I guess, on and under the water, so you can get through the door.
If she had to put on her iron boots.
That's it, yeah. Shout out to Water Palace. Hey, singular arrow, congratulations.
DFS going to Castle Tower? Or maybe just the castles? Although he cleared the castle earlier, so...
Yeah, I'm not quite sure, unless... I don't know if he's done AGA Tower yet. Well, he's got one key, so I'm going to take that as a no. And Tom, you're right. Tom, I have not played Ocarina of Time, in part because of that place. All right, so DFS got the shroom. As now Amarith is going to take on Argus here. And that is that, because she's got silvers. One shot will do it. Got the map to GT and got a crystal. So DFS, unfortunately, also struck out. Well, unless you want to count the mushroom.
A mushroom is good in some seeds, but since we have the lamp, not really going to do anything.
Yeah, I think outside of turning it in, I don't think there's anything that the mushroom can do that the other items in their inventory can't already do.
But he has the flute out.
Oh, okay. 1 hour, 26 minutes in. You have a flute activation.
I have to wonder if he forgot.
Maybe. Oh, Amarith tried to get cheeky and cutting that left. Instead, just kind of jumped off the mountain.
Yeah, I don't go this way because it's kind of annoying. There are other ways to go to Mire from Swamp.
Mm-hmm. As they are making their way through, just wanted to like to remind everybody that after this race, there is one scheduled for 10 p.m. That's in less than half an hour, where it's going to be Relkin versus Chex Game 2. It's supposed to be on this channel. We are not sure if it is going to get bumped to another channel or if it will go on this one, just start a little later, but we will see. Look like the Bombos tablet didn't have anything. So I was going to check out. So DFS can check out K45. Money, not really. Well, allegedly not needed. As now Amarith is making her way through here.
And looking at the loadout here, and Amarith actually doesn't have to do many glitches at all to beat this, it looks like. I mean, missing Desert Big Key, and that's about it. So,
Yeah, I think
DFS
she
is
can.
kind of on the clock here.
Yeah, maybe she realizes like, look, I gotta start completing things. So we're because I think a couple people have said it. Yeah, Malmo, yeah, you're gonna have to. We can switch roles whenever this is done, Malmo. I can go ahead and I'll do comms again, and you can since you're gonna probably gonna have to start doing tracking before this race finishes. That. Oh, you have okay. Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
get a nice zero-way stuck push from Amarith. Using the boomerang to extend our distance far to the north. So, she does know some tricks. Very nice to see.
Mm-hmm. And my apologies to everybody. Malmo and I needed to have a production meeting.
Oh, that definitely saves time, because normally we would see that not only to save time, but it also skips the Samari requirement. So it wasn't strictly necessary this time, but definitely saved time.
True. And now, as Vitreous has been beaten, DFS is, oh my goodness. We're doing this, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
Well, we're getting desperate.
I don't know, I like doing this check in some cases, but mostly because there's another check to check the right side that also deletes this item, so if you think that you
Oh.
might want it ever, sometimes you get it out of the way, but...
Oh, that I didn't know that it can get deleted. It was a big key to Skull, but...
Oh, there could be an ice rod in the fire rod chest, but DFS most likely going to get the ice rod on the left side here after doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Amarith showcasing the stuck push in Meyer. I have confidence that she'll, definitely be able to finish this up like pretty quickly. I mean, she has TR big key, so she doesn't need to glitch TR, but we're gonna see what she does to get to Landmo here without the big key.
Right. And then DFS getting a much-needed ferry. And so DFS about to be excited with some of the goodies in here. Gold sword and the bottle. So interestingly, yeah, I don't think DFS has been to the... That's right, he hasn't been to the left side yet.
Yeah, he dipped early and got the lamp in Hope Room. I tried to juke the DM's room, but ran out of bombs. But also,
Right.
that juke doesn't get you to Rando Room, so...
Oh.
Either way, he would have not got the ice rod on his first trip.
Oh dear. So now, you might have to explain what Amarith is trying to do here, since she's Sans big key.
This room's kind of annoying to push in, so there's like a few different approaches you could take. Seems like she's thinking about what she wants to do.
DFS trying to go through the lesser known path. Keeps falling though, unfortunately.
Alright, so she gets the hook stuck, so she has to release it, and okay, I see what's happening. Yeah, she's too low, is what I think. Well, we'll see what happens here. Okay, that time was fine, but if you're depending on your spacing, you can get cut off. Depending on your relation to where the end of the hook is, so they call it a terminator. So you can get cut short, but she does, get it successfully that time though.
Right. Okay. So now Amarith trying to work through here, having a little bit of trouble because Them silver arrows do have a little bit of lag to them, but managed to succeed, as DFS is going to be doing ice armos with the regular arrows.
I mean, does anyone who doesn't have a 124 and NMG really know how to use the bow in this game? It's pretty difficult.
Oh no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not denying that. No, because you're used to doing it with the sword and regular, very easy way to do it there. But yeah, no, I get it. So now Amarith has gone to South Shore, and I think gonna make head nice. No,
Just an ammo refill.
get an ammo refill first. Because what's nice for those of you who don't know that other than upgrading the capacity, you get all of those bombs and arrows for free. Okay. So now Amarith heads back to Cac Village.
Wait, did DFS leave without getting the ice rod?
DFS never went to the left. He didn't go left side.
Well, that is extremely unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a real big oof. So
Okay,
where's Amarith going?
Ice Palace?
Oh, okay.
We saw the YBA earlier. That's one of the hook push variants you can do.
And now DFS did just get the big key to Mire.
Not incredibly helpful without Samaria, but I don't know. I don't know which key he was hoping for that to be, honestly, at this point.
Yeah, because I think that was the last key. So Saw unfortunately had bombs for his pennant gift. So Amarith, because she has the red cane. Looks like she's going to not really check anything. We're just going to kind of, and no reason to really. I'll do Icebreaker. There we go. Well, I guess you can check a chest or two along the way.
Yeah, I don't know what she's looking for, honestly. Maybe she wants the gold sword, but
Yeah,
DFS did a bunch of time back by leaving GT, so
right. Yeah, maybe looking for half magic, gold sword, maybe gold shield, because everyone loves the mirror shield. Oh baby, DFS got a shovel.
anything could be buried in the ground. It could even be an ice rod.
It's true. Could even be a boat. Amarith does have the big key. That would have been really funny if an ice rod was there. Only $20. So now, yeah, I think DFS. Curious if DFS is gonna make his way all the way to the back and check the big key chest, or if he's just gonna say forget it and just try to be risky. Meanwhile, Gold Stare. Thank you. I was wondering if anyone caught on the boat joke there. All right. So Fire Rod. Oh, couldn't keep them together, but it's all right. Some spins, a couple Fire Rod shots. Have a special bag of fancy powder.
That powder
DFS
would be amazing if we didn't already have the lamp.
Yeah, it's true. DFS got a small key. Ooh, a little high on the little high on that arrow, but also you can just, you know, because he's got gold sword, you can just smack that mimic in the or not mimic, Igor in the face. Yeah, I'll get the names right one of these days. My apologies.
Oh, no problem. I really wonder if DFS is going to come up with his second ice rod somewhere.
Yeah, and I guess maybe he's just resigned himself to the fact that he will not be finding. I mean, he's got silvers and a gold sword. Maybe he's just like, you know what, forget it. I'm not going to bother with this, with these red cane shenanigans. Okay, almost had some bombs, and there's a crystal. Okay, so DFS currently has 3 bosses left, whereas Amarith only has 2 to go.
And you're setting up a Samaria hook push, but looks like she wasn't sure about the setup.
Oh, face through a wall. Hey!
It's really good that she saved that time, because she did pee like very early on without having the big key, and basically hook pushing allowed her to, you know, just go straight to the boss, which we like to see.
Right, so even though that, yeah, she could have done it completely vanilla, that is obviously a hell of a lot quicker. Okay, so that's another crystal for Amarith. And so now she just got to get the TR. Now, according to her tracker, Amarith does have the big key, which makes life a little bit easier. So I'm not sure what's happening here, if you want to explain.
So maybe she thinks Skullwoods is the crystal and TR is the pendant.
Oh, that's right. She doesn't have that knowledge. That's right. DFS does. She does not.
But DFS, going back to Ice Palace, gonna give this mirror wrap another shot.
Right.
Hopefully he knows what went wrong. Yeah, that was really scary, but he did successfully do it.
Okay, yeah.
If you touch the top of the screen there, it's game over for those that don't know.
Interesting. Yeah, for Amarith, this will be a lot easier than her trying to have to deal with being a bottle and trying to do fake Dark World and all that shenanigans. Okay, she is not even going to bother with the chest. DFS showing the entire range of the Ice Palace mirror wrap. Yeah, not wrong. Oh, couldn't get the other guy.
He was definitely on the top pixel there that time. Like, literally one frame away from hard locking.
Yeah, that was, even for what little I know, that was pretty dodgy.
And to answer a question, chat, it's probably faster to do Trinex than to do Mothula if you wanted to, like, aggressively bet on which one was the crystal. And Trinex does set you up for an Aga-2 warp as well. But, I mean, it's a 50-50. It's hard to say. She's going to lose this one, but it's probably not going to matter.
No. So, unfortunately, realizes the pendant. So now she knows that Trinex is the last crystal. Now, for fun, though, is she going to pull Ped?
She got the mirror out. Oh, no.
Oh.
And
broke my heart. Flew away right outside of the Ped. Oh, right outside of Ped. Oh, my God. I am heartbroken.
I'm going to have to ask if she did that specifically to taunt the SG chatters.
I would hope.
Well
DFS
played.
now. Yeah, so now you're going to have to explain how DFS is going to get in, because, of course, he still doesn't have a glove.
So this is a spin YBA, and because this is an auto door, we need to bomb snap to set this up. Well, you don't need to, but it's a lot easier. But the bomb interrupts the suction of the door, allowing us to get on the last pixel to set up our YBA. And so the YBA plus sword spin adds some extra effects. Oh, we're doing it red. We're going to see cold square.
Oh, fancy. Yeah, we're seeing something.
You know,
There
Amarith
it
with
There
setting
you
up the mirror wrap for laser bridge.
go. Yep.
Wait, did he fall in the hole? I was trying to watch both screens at once.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
he got it.
he did.
Yeah, he was trying to use the force to feel his way to Bombos. And now here we go. So
All right, well,
so the one blob in the middle has got to hit the three other blobs while avoiding the small other blobs. Oh, he beat all the blobs. He got the
Gold
pixels.
Sword and Pyra do tend to make pretty good work on this fight.
Very true. Very, very true.
I definitely wasn't expecting to see Cold Square.
No, but always a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Sliver, just as intended. I hate everything.
Okay, so for those that don't know, if you use a blue potion there, we would have avoided graphical corruption, but maybe DFS wanted to have some fun there and give us a little treat.
Ice Rod.
Hard reset.
Ice Rod was in Rando Room in GT, along with the red cane.
Yeah, and DFS did double dip GT. I don't know why he bailed on the left side.
He double dipped the right side of GT, which is weird.
Yeah, if you don't have Samario, usually you do the left side first. But...
Yeah, he like did the first two. He got the and it was weird because he got the lamp. Then he went away for an hour. Then he went back, and then got everything else. Okay, so I think now for Amarith, she now needs to go beat Agatu, which is actually not that difficult, or to get to Agatu quickly, and then just beat and then beat Ganon.
Yeah, we have a lot of ways to warp to Agatu, so we'll see how she wants to do it.
Oh my. Going in regularly? Is that even allowed?
She probably wants to go from the middle of TR. Maybe she doesn't want to do a quadrant glitch.
It was Bombos to get into Turtle Rock. Okay, so she just wanted to take the path there. DFS gonna, of course, at Laser Bridge, gonna go ahead and check out the wares. I'm sure he's hoping for an ice rod. Got a blue boom.
Yeah, this warp doesn't require any quadrant glitching, so it is easier to execute. Maybe that's why she wanted to go this way.
That's fair. And here we are. DFS is 1.5 hearts, so kind of bit of a danger lane, but it might be taking a death here. Nope, save and quit. Amarith with the triple. We have... Ooh, got nothing there. Not sure if that was 4 or 5. That was only 4. Okay, that was the 5th one. Okay, one more. And that is it. Not going to do that.
I'm hoping DFS would... Sorry.
Well, what the hell? DFS just yeeted himself out of existence.
That's what happens when you don't do the GT clip correctly. I was gonna say I was hoping he would stop at Spike Cave just for the fans, but it is on the way to GT technically if you're doing the screen wrap like that. But
okay, we're gonna try it again.
Yeah, I don't blame him for not checking it. It's a horrible check. Oh no, he has no glove. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, we keep thinking he's got a glove. He still does not have a glove.
Well, he thought he had a glove too, so
A couple times, yeah. Now, finally, he's going to go check the left side and be thoroughly upset.
Sometimes that's what happens when you play rando.
Oh, yeah. So, Amarith, interesting strat with the blue cane. I don't know if she has a spare potion. I mean, she's got enough to do... Well, she also has silver, so I guess I'm worrying about her magic management, but she doesn't need to worry about her magic management.
Yeah, silvers plus lamp, you can do it with a sliver of magic.
Right. Just need to have some good arrow shots. Nothing, sliver, nothing, just nothing.
Oh, no pun intended there.
No, all the puns were intended. Damn it! All right. Oh, okay. There should be one more. Oh, got to deal with. Okay, not realizing. Yep, has him blue, and that is it.
Right. Well, let's get our GGs in the chat for Amarith.
GG's in chat unless Amarith falls. Because people always give me guff about that, but I have seen people fall. So I don't want to hear it. And there's the glove for DFS, as he's now going to go to random room and be thoroughly disappointed, as now Amarith is on standby. And I think...
Yes, Amarith. Official time 1:49:17.
That is correct. And as DFS is going to check, there's the red cane, there's the heart, there's the ice rod. And we are joined by Amarith. Amarith, GG, congratulations.
GG.
Hello, that was an interesting one.
You're telling us. Okay, so you had an interesting start. Because you got yourself the fire rod, the pearl, the flips, and you got a sword relatively early. But then I know that a couple times it started going pear shaped with some of the moves, and it kind of looked like a couple times you were looking for certain things while you were actually in go mode. Was that true?
I was poking around for a map because I wanted to know whether I needed to do Skullwoods or Turtle Rock if I could eliminate one or the other.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that was something we didn't realize because actually DFS did, in fact, he had that knowledge, and we forgot that you didn't. So then, hence, because we were a little confused why you went to Skull, but then it was 50-50 that, oh yeah, you actually didn't know. But okay. All right, that's fine. But
I'm guessing that was probably that map that was on Mushroom then?
Unfortunately I didn't write down the maps, so I don't know where all the maps were. I'll make note of that next time. And of course, for anyone still watching, just beware, DFS did just forfeit. But yeah, no. JD, do you have any questions?
I did, but I always forget to write them down. That answered part of my questions. It makes sense looking for maps, and I do too, but DFS did Skullwoods like very early on and found out it was a pendant that way, so that helped him along figuring out some of the information.
Yeah, that and the sea just felt like overall very dry. I was like, where's the bottles? Where's the hook shot? Like, they just took forever to come into play.
It was a slow start for sure. I was surprised. The light world was pretty barren.
Yeah, definitely, because especially after... Well, it was one of those things I've noticed with a couple of seeds where it kind of starts out like real quick, right? Fire rod, pearl, flippers, a sword, and then it just... And then I think you also got ether, and then it just kind of honestly went off a cliff.
Just kind of sat there a bit installed.
Right. But yeah, but otherwise, but like, how did you how did you feel about your routing, and how did you feel about your, the way you executed on tricks and whatnot?
I felt pretty alright about it. Like, a lot of it's the whole constantly whenever you're racing, it's like, oh, I always feel like I'm behind, I'm making the wrong decision. Hitting 2 pennants, like, didn't really help that, because I was like, well, clear Thieves Town because it's something to finish. Maybe I'll get something. Pod turned out to be a pennant. I was like, well, that didn't work.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean,
but
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, but yeah, just like a couple of things that's like I need to practice on again a little bit, like the mirrorless statue drag, stuff like that. Like just stuff that would be like, yeah, I probably should remember how to do that again. Like I remember basically how to do it, but it's like I'm missing a step here or there somewhere, and I didn't really care to spend the time to find it.
No, that's fair. That's fair. And then for those of you in chat, if you want to get in your, well, at least because now we're rolling credits, if you want to get your guesses in. But yeah, okay. Also, we are joined in by DFS. GG to you, sir.
GG.
GG's. Sorry, I was having a little bit of issues with my audio, but I can hear you guys now.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Well, so DFS, so yeah, what was your, so how did you, so I guess, yeah, so how did you feel about your initial routing?
I think the initial route was pretty good. I just kind of stalled out there looking for the ice rod and an extra Meyer small key. So I kind of screwed myself over on the way I did Swamp Palace. Like I burned a key in there, and then I was like, maybe I should actually keep that key for Meyer. And then it ended up biting me in the butt, so oops.
Right,
oh, well.
Right. And I think a couple of times, at least on one occasion, I think you thought you had the glove.
Oh, yeah.
Which unfortunately you didn't. The glove, Amarith did actually find one of the gloves, anyway, found it in the Fire Snakes room in GT. We do not know where the other one is.
I think I just picked one up and right side GT.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I missed. I didn't write that down. That was my fault.
Yeah, it was the one just before Rando Room.
Oh, tracking. Okay. And then yeah, unfortunately, and it was of course really interesting for both of you because in both Thieves Town and also in the Rando Room, where very rarely when you actually go in those rooms and find a lot of goodies or multiple goodies in just one room. And I'm sure for you, DFS, that must have been a bit of a heartbreaker once you saw, oh, there's an ice rod. Oh, look, there's Kane.
Yeah. I was trying to get over onto the Stalfos room early on, and I messed up the bomb jump, or the bomb juke. Otherwise, I would have had some of those earlier items, but I would not have thought to go back to Rando room later.
Right. Okay. Well, it was a good, like I said, it was a good effort by both runners. So just give everyone a heads up. So now, of course, Amarith is up 1-0. This is a double elimination tournament, meaning you have to have 2 to win to move on to the next round. And then even if you do lose in this first bracket, if you will, there is a secondary bracket or a loser's bracket, whatever nice way you want to call it, where you still have a chance to actually still make it to the end. For Amarith and DFS, they are going to run it back for match 2. It is currently scheduled for Wednesday, June 24th at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. But JD, do you have any other questions to ask?
Well, I was just going to say that there was that first bottle was on the tree warp screen in the brewery, but this like wasn't a seed where you needed to tree warp a bottle. It felt like such a waste. I just thought that was kind of funny. Brando always has a sense of humor. I don't know if either of you thought about that.
I thought about it. It's just been so long since I've done tree warp. I was like, I remember the general idea of it. I just don't remember the like actual full setup for it. So I was like, well, if I only end up having the one bottle, that's all I got.
Yeah, I'm always so scared of doing tree warp because I know you can corrupt your save file, and I'm like, I am not about to delete an hour's worth of work.
Oh yeah, for sure. The seed wasn't even one that like called for that, but it was like right there, and it was the first bottle too. So I was like, man, like, that's kind of crazy. But I'm looking forward to the next game. So GG, again, congratulations again to Amarith.
Yeah, GG's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it was fun.
so,
Look forward to Wednesday.
excellent, excellent. Well, we thank you both for attending or for competing today. And then I know you guys have already kind of did it, but I always like to ask anyway. DFS, do you have any last words?
Thank you all for the restream and the commentary and the tracking.
Okay. And then Amarith, what about yourself?
Basically same. Thanks for having us. Thanks for dealing with us being at least for me feeling like I'm constantly behind in the races and just like, oh man, I must be doing so bad.
No. It's of course. But thank you so much for participating. Of course, big shout out to Other Tom for doing the tracking, including tracking small keys. Very, very rare in this day and age. And of course, as always, thank you to my partner here, JD Silvergun. And so, JD, do you have any last words?
I just want to say, I guess, to Amarith in response to what was just said. I mean, 149 maybe not be the best time in the world, but you did all the dungeons, though. With that slow start, it wasn't too bad, so wouldn't be too hard on yourself there, but no, it was,
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good race, so, I mean, and nobody plays perfectly, so just, yeah, I just wanted to say, something positive about that, and leave it at that.
Look at him. Unlike myself, who doesn't know how to say anything positive to anybody, I am glad you're here to offer that motivation. But yes, I mean, you can always learn. You always got time. And I mean, your race is tomorrow. So you have plenty of time to kind of work on those things that you said you need to work on. So, all right. And then just as a side reminder here, my partner here, JD Silvergun, his race will actually be on Thursday, June 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time against Gabriel J. Campos. I do not do this, so I will be on none of this. So none of this matters to me. So next on the docket that is about to start or has already started on Speed Gaming Tree. That's number 3. We have the next round of the No Logic tournament. It is game 2 between Relkin and Chex Human. So on behalf of everyone else in here, I am Misanthropic Buddha. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all on the next one.